Hi Xavier, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. So earlier on, we did your adult pre-screening and your personal fitness profile. So from that, we got that your BMI is 21.97. So we don't need to do any adjusted calculations because it's below 25. So I've worked out your BMR. It's 2,900 kilojoules per day.
Alright.
Okay. So then I've also calculated your total energy expenditure, which is 5,220 kilojoules per day. Okay.
Wow.
So BMR is basal metabolic rate. So it's basically your metabolic rate if you're just gonna lay in bed all day. Does that make sense?
By the sound of that.
Okay, so now we're just going to do a dietary habits questionnaire. Is that okay?
Yep.
Great. So I've put in your name is Xavier, your date, the date today, sorry, and you want to gain muscle. Is that correct?
Yep.
Great. So how many serves of vegetables would you say you eat per day?
4 to 5.
Okay. And how many serves of fruit would you say?
Probably 1.
Oh, okay.
About 1.
Right. And then what about bread and cereals?
Probably about 4 to 5.
Okay. What about dairy? How many serves of dairy? So like milk, cheese, yogurt, that kind of thing.
1.
Okay. And what about meat or alternatives? So like 1 serve of meat is like 65 grams of cooked lean meat or 80 grams of poultry, fish, eggs, nuts, that kind of thing.
Probably about 2 to 3.
Okay. Then, so we're going to look at discretionary choices as well.
Yep.
So discretionary choices are sort of the not so great choices that we make. And that's like ice cream and sausages and chips, donuts, chocolate, that kind of stuff. So have a look here. See those options there.
Yep.
How many serves per week do you think you would do of those?
Goodness. Probably 4 to 6.
Okay. Great. So I am going to refer you just because you've spoken about how you have bloating and cramps and it's just uncomfortable after you eat. So I'm just going to refer you to a GP because you shouldn't feel like that after you eat. And I'd like to see what he thinks. And then we might refer you to a dietitian to come up with a meal plan to deal with those issues. Okay.
Sounds good, thank you.
It's okay. So I've put in here for your strategies, referral to a dietitian GP. Okay. Another thing I'm thinking, because you need to probably increase your vegetable serves and also probably your fruit.
Yep.
And dairy. Okay. So fruit's easy. Just add fruit to like your breakfast or like have oats for breakfast or something like that and add some fruit. Have an apple for a snack or something. Yeah. And then dairy, just some low-fat cheese every now and then or something like that.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Okay. I also put in meal plans. Meal plans are really helpful because you can plan out what you're going to eat and that way you know how many serves you're getting of everything.
Sounds good.
Okay. So now we're just going to have a look at the total diet for men. So this is a standard chart. So basically, you are a man between 19 and 30 years old. You're around 186 it was. So
Yep.
between 180 and 190. So between 4,300 and 5,200 because I'd say probably moderate activity. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. So between those two for your total diet. Okay?
Okay.
Great. Something else we're just going to look at quickly is just the Australian standards for fruit and veg and that kind of thing.
Alright.
Okay, so like we said before, you probably need to increase your vegetable intake. Okay, so this is the Australian standards for diet. Okay, so like we said before, vegetables you probably need to increase because men of your age should be having about 6 serves of vegetables a day.
Oh wow.
Okay. So fruit, you were okay, 2 serves. Let me just double check that quickly, sorry. Yeah, so you need to probably have another cup of fruit a day. Grains, you were all good. Dairy, you probably needed to increase a little bit. So there's milk, yogurt, cheese. Mostly try to stick to reduced fat, but watch out because sometimes when they reduce fat, they add sugar. So just have a look at the labels when you buy food. Yeah, and then I think lean meat, you were okay too. So that was all good. And I'll give you this referral for the GP, and then I will see you in about a week and we can go over this.
Sounds good, thank you.